Hey everybody, this is my last video before the Zephyr powerlifting meet coming up in about a week here. Um, this is my basically my heavy-ish squat bench deadlift day before I try to make it like 10 days out from the actual meet. Just warming up with 185 pounds here on squat, kind of feeling everything out, seeing if everything feels good. Just doing a few reps. Not a lot. I basically warm up with more reps at 145 right before this, and then do maybe 4 to 5 reps of 185, just to get everything good and warmed up. And just basically move on in small-ish jumps all the way to what hopefully will be like an opener or something for the squat here. Again, just a few reps, not trying to expend a whole lot of energy, obviously warming up in weights. And once I get to about like 275 or 315, usually I just start doing 1 rep per each warm-up set, all the way up until basically I do the max for the day at least, which I believe was about 345 this time. Everything's feeling good. No issues right now. I've been kind of coming back from some pain in my left hip, and as a result of what it seems like my left glute not activating sometimes, not all the time, it just does every once in a while, but it's been getting better, and I've been staying kind of lighter than usual, and use this contest or competition rather as like a first one back type thing, so not pushing anything really hard, just hopefully going to get some decent numbers and everything will continue to feel good, and I'll be able to actually train for like properly for something this summer. So here's this last squat here for the day, which is at 345, and as you can see it moves pretty good. After I get started here in a second, there we go. Made sure I hit depth on that too. That's why basically the main reason I record any of this stuff is to make sure I'm hitting depth and doing it right. Moving on to bench, same type of thing. I warmed up at 145 for a bunch of reps. Then once I get up to 185 and start moving on to a little bit heavier weights, they decrease, obviously to save energy since I'm focusing on a max lift type situation, not any sort of rep scheme. So do a few at 185. I believe I do 2 at 225. Nothing crazy. Just trying to get some bar speed work in before I basically get a max attempt here, which hopefully, like I said before, with the other one will be an opener. Although I think I went a little bit heavier than I should have for bench this day. As you can see, at the end it'll move pretty slow. But I like to make sure, again with my videos, that my head's staying down, my heels are staying down, butt staying on the bench. Because anything like that can, if you make a mistake there, can cost you the lift. Also trying to see how long I'm pausing, because when you get the bar with a bunch of weight on you, you bring it down to your chest, it seems like you're pausing forever, but it's really super quick, and a lot of times I kind of don't wait long enough, which can also cost you the lift, because you're gotta wait for the press command before you can start moving the weight. Basically, they wait for it to come down and touch your chest, you wait for them to say press, and then you press. You do it too soon, no lift. So that's actually happened to me before, as well as the butt coming off the bench thing happened to me before, but that's pretty much the only two that I've had a problem with. So bench 275, like again here I probably should have done more like 265 or 270, because it's moved not slow, but slower than I would like for it to. And as you can see at the end there, I kind of held it up there for a second. On to deadlifts, and probably the most annoying thing that happens when you're lifting and you're like me, you like to listen to music. The phone I was using for music died, so then I have to listen to the radio. So luckily it's some alright music. It's not what I normally listen to get me hyped up for deadlifts, but nonetheless, have to roll on with it. Do a few reps at 185, move up to 225, and same sort of thing as squats, same sort of weights. I think my deadlift this time will just be a little bit more than my squat. It's usually about 40 or 50 pounds higher than my squat, but during this prep, it's been only about 10 to 25 pounds higher depending on the day. But it is getting better, just like squat has been. These reps moved pretty good. I didn't have any pain or anything like that. Hips not bothering me. It actually bothers me a lot less when I'm already warmed up. And obviously doing squat and bench before this, I'm pretty warmed up, so no issues with this. I'm hoping that I can hit close to 400, if not 400 on the meet day. But again, just basically going for my 3 openers, which probably fairly accurate with 345 pounds for the squat. I went a little bit over, it felt like, on the bench, but then deadlift should be fine at about 365 for my opener. I hope everything moves well. The 315 felt fine here. I don't know if you can tell, but I did get a like belt squat type attachment for the squat rack from Revolt, and I kind of want to do a review on my channel for that as well, because I actually really like it. Definitely a lot cheaper than buying a full belt squat machine. It doesn't come with the actual belt squat belt that you would need to do it, but like I said, it works really well. I'm still trying to figure out the right height and getting the right placement on the deadlift platform so that I can stand in various stances and still use it. But I've put 5 or 6 plates on there and, do a bunch of reps with that, and it pumps the quads up super good. So I'm excited about incorporating that into my training, since I pretty much only work out in my garage. Don't go to a gym or anything like that anymore. So I kind of got used to it during the whole virus that shall not be named scenario, where all the gyms were closed, including mine. Well, I guess not all of them. So some of them stayed open throughout, allegedly, but mine didn't. So I ended up just buying equipment, basically building a garage gym for that reason, and I've been using it ever since. And although I don't have everything that I want, I don't think it's going too bad. It's definitely better than the basement that I was rocking a couple of years ago. Definitely gets cold in the wintertime, but other than that, and I guess heat in the summertime, so I guess I need to get climate control of some sort in there. I suppose that will be later on down the road here, and then it'll be more usable. I'm not exactly sure why I recorded myself changing the plates. I don't normally do that, but I must have not edited the clip right, or just not pressed stop before I went over and changed the plates like I normally do for whatever reason. I guess the final comment on the video would be that although your music may not always be what you want to listen to, especially in a gym scenario, like a public gym, sometimes interesting things come on the radio when you're not expecting it to, and it kind of is funny in a way. So here I am lifting my max deadlift for the day to rock the Casbah, because, why not? What else are you going to listen to? So that's it. Yeah. Hope I do good.